Hey, good morning and welcome to Tech Thursday. There's a lot that I want to look out for now. I remember now there's this video which I saw and I think it was in the 60s or 70s. Well, now because of deepfake self, they look the short and then they ask people to predict the future. What would it be like 50, 60, 70 years from now? So predicting the times today. And there was one guy that just kept on going on about um, would have robots as partners. You know, the guy kept going on about that. I know they were trying to make a joke about it and all of that. But somebody mentioned that televisions will be more accessible. I mean, this was when there was black and white, and it was not everybody that. I remember that time when we were growing up, not everybody had access to a television set. I'm talking about millennials, early millennials who were born in the 80s and, of course, late 70s. But it depends on the prediction, of course, that television will be more accessible. People will spend time with in front of the television. Of course, as at that time there was not like a mobile phone and all of that. So we were giving predictions, and it was interesting to listen to what they had to say and the things that have come to pass. But a lot of it surrounded robotics. A lot of it surrounded robots, and we are getting to the point. Elon Musk now is. In some ways, some people vilify him. In some ways, some people are saying, hey, here's the man for the future. But it is what it is. AI controls quite a lot. And this time around, yeah, this been going on and off. But hey, think about it. A pet dog as a robot. It will happen. It's even happening now. It's even happening as it is. You understand? Now, this Deep Robotics Bionic dog, yeah, it combines AI technology with robotic software to enable maneuverability in a variety of terrains. Now, through first-person real-time image transmission and self-learning capabilities, this robot dog exhibits autonomous and agile movements. High torque density and reverse transmission make it so nothing will keep this little dog down. I don't know if you had seen that thing where even during war they carry drones via this technique to fight. Yes, autonomous as it were, mechanized war as the case may be. A lot of them were carried in such devices like as this, and yeah, that is quite something. So yeah. It is where we are at the moment. So now they're testing to see how, because there are no times when some of these robots, when they fall down, it might be hard to get up. But that is what we're going to. We're going to people, because the world has become, people are becoming more alone. You understand? So you have people who would rather stay alone and all of that. And pets used to fill up that place. But now you're saying that even physical pets are not enough, and it could go as far as robotic pets. So would you want to have a robot like this? Well, even if you might not want to, your neighbor will probably want to, so you could come in contact with them at one time or the other. So basically, that's it. That's what the world is at the moment. Okay? But then some other good use of AI is where it could help save a threatened language by adding it to your phone. If you know the capabilities of AI on your phone, a lot of us have not used to a large percentage what your phones are capable of via artificial intelligence. Now, for centuries, the now endangered Crimean Tatar language, which is traditionally spoken in Crimea, has been threatened by a series of Russian invasions, first by the Russian Empire in 18th and 19th centuries, and then by the forced deportations of Crimean Tatars in 1944, ordered by Joseph Stalin. Now, in 2014, Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea brought a new wave of repression for Crimean Tatars, worsened by the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Now, convinced that the language futures is nowadays largely decided by its integration into everyday tech, Ukrainian AI company Respicha decided to help the fight to preserve Crimean Tatar by integrating it into various voice recognition softwares. So what happens is that a language that is endangered, I know if you go to your phone now, your Google, I use an Android operating system, and even your Apple operating system, you can have a real-time chat with somebody who is speaking a different language. That's the point now. You can have a real-time chat, and the AI will translate it for you. So we're saying that if you can store these languages into the phone, then what happens is that you could speak in English and the phone will translate that language voice. So that means that even if there's no natural speaker of the language, if it's stored in the AI capability of a particular operating system per venture, you can chat and learn that language. So yes, I think that's quite a good, advancement and all of that. Wonderful one, wonderful one. Yeah? Using the phone or your AI capabilities to store languages and probably teach it to other people. Conversational, wonderful, I like that. Well, but this one, we're going to the kitchen quite soon, but we've been talking about where robots even have to cook now, but would you let a robot cook a steak for you? Now, using the Dino Robot Studio software developed by Dino Robotics, AI and machine vision enable these robots to see and understand its cooking environment with AI-based object localization and 3D image processing. Here, it can be seen seasoning and cooking a steak. Look at this, look at this. let's take a little bit of, let's look at this and see. It can cook food for you, eh? Best man is up here and thinking about it. You don't even need a human being. Let's listen. Best man is saying, waiting doing hand. Checks. All the guys are like, what? Would you let a robot cook for you? Did you see how it did that? Let's take a look at that video again where it was turning the steak over. And you might wonder, how would a robot know that the food is done? Well, they might even know it more than human beings, because if everything is automated, I'm talking about from the pan to the peak instrument. So they know whatever, when you cook to a particular degree and say, okay, I want to cook at 30 degrees for a period of 10 minutes and all of that, they probably would even know better than human beings. But would you eat steak or any food prepared in such manner? I mean, look at it, seasoning the food and all of that. Would you eat it? Would you eat it? Quite interesting, yeah? Well, it's interesting times. It will happen. It will happen. A lot of the food, do you know how to prepare it? You go to Yabasira. Do you know how Yabasira prepared it? And then now you're not saying don't eat robots' food. It will happen. It will happen. It is happening. I remember at different times I brought different videos like that. In fact, there's one where there's a whole kitchen setup. This one is just one more or less like instrument setup. But then there's a whole kitchen setup that is automated. The whole kitchen. Like I look at about a very big space, and the whole space is automated, from the fridge to the blender to the oven to the cooking space to the water. Everything automated. Okay, let's wrap up with this one. This AI exoskeleton is designed to help you hike faster and faster, hike easier and faster. Now, it assists your movements while hiking. The DYSNS is leading the race in advanced AI walking assistance. A chain clasp belt made from 3D knitted material secures around the user's waist and legs. The device has a motor that offers up to 83 pounds of weight reduction using its built-in motion sensor and all of that. It can help. So this is for people that might have decreased mobility. I love this. Whenever technology helps, whenever it comes to disabilities in some ways. Let's just take a listen of just a little bit of this one. I like that. So when you have some form of limited or decreased mobility, this is something that could help. So yeah, it's something that one might want to check out.